Okay, so I realized that one, I'm sitting here complaining about being in this cold ass weather. Bitch, you could leave the car on all night. I ain't know that. I Google how many gallons that shit uses if you leave the car on. Bitch, that shit said like, how long did that shit say? That shit said max if you left it on 8 hours, it'd be like 4 gallons. Bitch, I'm leaving this shit on all night. Fuck is the temperature right now says 48. I promise you it feel like 30. Right? Bitch, I'm leaving this shit on. I don't care. I don't give a damn. This shit is staying on. So, what I wanted to talk about was I basically, I went through the wildest fucking like bing 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 bing, right? Like my mind did the beep 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 beep, right? So I learned I don't care. I learned that, right? So my mind did this thing, right? And it was like I was what is that? I have no idea where that noise is coming from. No idea where that noise is coming from. I've never heard that noise before. So I was doing this thing, right? And I started thinking about red blood cells. I started thinking about curvings. I started thinking about the Fibonacci sequence. I started thinking about the golden ratio. Like I started thinking about shit like that. Mind you, I don't really know too much about like the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio. I think the Fibonacci sequence is something that just never ends, and it keeps a certain ratio but just keeps multiplying itself. Something that's seen in nature, they were saying, right? So I'm thinking about this, and then I start thinking about like I'm thinking about the moon, I'm thinking about the crescent stage, I'm thinking about the red blood cells, and I'm just thinking about all the connections of this. And I'm like, I remember looking up what in nature naturally curves and grows, right? So when we think of the crescent moon, we think of the sickle, it just curves, right? Like there's a reason for shit. Like it's not fucking random. It's literally never random. There's always a reason. So I'm just looking up shit, and the thing that resonates when I look it up, before I even looked it up first, actually, what is that about? Nigga, that's the moon. I was like, seashells. And then lo and behold, ChatGPT was like, well, first of all, the most obvious thing is the moon. It said something else that was irrelevant, and then it said seashells. So again, in my mind, I'm still sitting here like, yo, there's a connection between sickle cell and water. There's a connection between sickle cell and water. I know there's a connection between sickle cell and water. So I'm sitting here looking this up, and then I keep looking into this, and for some reason, I start looking into the red blood cells of fish. Red blood cells of fish quite literally experience the same thing as people who have sickle cell. The same exact thing. If marine fish, which are basically fish in like oceans, I forget what that means. Ocean, rivers, salt water. I think it means salt water. Fish that are in salt water. If they go into an area that causes too much stress or doesn't have enough oxygen, their cells start to experience exactly what I don't say exactly, but something similar to what people with sickle cell experience. They experience the same shit, right? They start to go under this polymerization process where they clump together and they get all weird and shit, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, this is just proving my theory deeper that sickle cell is related to water. Thalassemia means sea blood. Sickle cell, the moon. They just hit the sickle cell one the most, but whatever. Sickle cell, the moon. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, this is it right here, nigga. This is it right fucking here, nigga. This is it. Right? Now, the only difference between humans and fishes is apparently they have a nucleus in their red blood cells. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't care. That's too much of a coincidence for me. I just been shown the answer is water, and this is proving it. Nah, fuck out of here. They're the only things that experience shit like that. Right? So, I was like, but what they do say is that the fish can reverse this experience or this process. The fish can reverse this experience or process by going to an area in the water that's highly oxygenated, right? So I was like, I started looking, I'm like, well, how long does this process take? And it says basically when fish experiences, it takes like an hour for that polymerization, it going to, similar to sickle cell blood cells, that takes like an hour. So I was like, how long does it take to go back since it's like reversible? They were like, yeah, they could get like 80% of the cells back to normal in like 45 minutes. So I'm like, so damn near basically an hour, the same shit. Close enough, right? And so I sat here immediately and I was like, well, fish are already in their natural habitat. It would make sense that it only took a fucking hour for them to fucking go back to normal. They're already in their natural habitat. The only difference is they went somewhere that is low oxygen. So them going right back to the most prominent form of that natural habitat, I was like, that's the answer right there. The difference is, how many motherfuckers do you know that have sickle cell? They're like, yeah, I'm where my ancestors were. I'm living near the water. I'm in tune with nature. I'm this and the other. Bitch, you could probably reverse this shit, but I don't think it's gonna take. Obviously not. It's gonna take time, right? And I say this because you gotta think we so far out of our natural habitat that, like, yo, your healing process is gonna take hella time. And I say that because, again, obviously we're different than fish, but there's a clear similarity with this. Nigga, if you put the fish, what type of environment would you put a fish in that would be similar to us being out of our natural environment? The only answer that I could think of is if you left them in this oxidative stressful state for years. I don't think they'd even survive that long. And if you take their ass out the water, they're gonna die. So, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of makes you really think like, right? But what I'm doing is communing in nature and reconnecting. I'm seeing a very, very big difference. The only thing that has made me feel anything close to like this tightness in the body is the fact that I'm sleeping in this fucking car and the temperature is dropping to fucking 40 degrees. Do you understand? I shouldn't even be out here. I shouldn't even be able to be out here. And I'm out here, nigga. I'm out here. Could you imagine if I was not out here like a fucking homeless nigga? What? I'm telling niggas, like, bro. The thing is, I don't know what to do from here. And I kind of want to sit with myself because I've started on a PowerPoint. And I don't know if I should go back into the community or not. And here's why. I feel this way. I feel this way because, one, the community is full of people who can hide their face. I'm going to say this again. The community is full of people who can hide their face. I don't know who's real and what's real and whether I should engage it or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to sit here and have conversations with. I think this is something that needs to be studied and understood, because now the thing is, people will try and say, oh, not me turning the volume down like there's anything on. Oh, that's what I need to do. I just need to turn that shit down. People will say, well, we're not fishes. Our natural habitat is on land. No, bitch. Some of our tribes were literally living on the water. We're literally basically either like in the water all the time or directly around the water. right? And if they lived on the water, meaning their tribe either put their fucking tribe shit on the water somehow or was on like right on the sand, it means that they were in the water hunting and they spent a lot of time in the water. So again, right, and it goes deeper than that because the average person is only thinking science. They're not thinking energy. They're not thinking these things of DNA. They're not thinking spiritual level. They're not thinking chakras. They're not thinking that level. You have to go that level or this shit is going to sound insane to anybody. But the person that is going to sound insane to is not realizing they're speaking English and they're learning from the same people who did X, Y, and Z. Why the fuck would they give you the full spectrum of the information? It doesn't make any fucking sense. They're going to give you just enough information to continue sitting in a box. But when you start to expand yourself to these other informations, you start to realize, oh, this shit is all part of the bigger scale. All humans have an aura field. Everything alive has an aura field. Everything has chakras. Every person has chakras. Everyone has energy. Everyone can be in tune with the planet and receive information and this, that, and the other. When you start operating on that, you start looking at shit differently. You start looking at shit real differently. And I've come to that conclusion. So I bring it up because I keep saying this. Everything in nature and everything in our body gets reflected. This shit is reflecting to us the stages of the moon, dog. It's reflecting to us anything that's naturally inclined with water. The reason why we have waves like this and fucking tides and shit is because the moon is pulling. Gravitational pull. Then you could go on blood and say, you know, well, blood is magnetic. You can start going into shit like that. I haven't gone into shit like that. So if we're going in deeper, which is what we're doing right now because it resonates, because I was walking around and the ancestors basically had me walk around and absorb more information. I'm realizing it's coming out now as I speak and as I've been here. I just didn't realize it because I be getting mad because it's cold. If our blood is magnetic, and I feel like people who have sickle cell technically have like special form of blood or blood cells, I should say. What's to say that this also proves my theory in saying people with sickle cell are absorbing people's sicknesses. We're absorbing people's sick energy. Because that is what water does. That's what water does. Water absorbs your thoughts, emotions, and aura energy. It absorbs it and holds it in memory and just sits in the fucking water. Which is why you can also go to water and start unlocking all type of shit. DNA, all type of shit. You can start doing all type of shit, dog. So my thing is, like, I'm experiencing this shit for myself, and I'm not even, I need to start rewording that. I'm not saying that out loud. But I am experiencing this shit for myself, and I'm like, my theory is fucking right. The only difference is my body needs to do this healing. And the only thing, you're good. The only thing, I see they stopped me, cool. That's it. I've been experiencing it. It's been working. I have had this theory for a minute, and now it's just too many dots connecting. It's too many dots connecting that I'm like, yo, this is the answer. What is the coincidence that sickle cell fucking reflects the crescent moons, right? What is the odds that we know the moon and water are like this? Then what is the odd that thalassemia, which is also a fucking quote-unquote blood disease, the same way that, and now I'm going to look up thalassemia because where did thalassemia stem from if it wasn't malaria and this, that, and the other, but whatever, right? What are the odds that thalassemia means sea blood? It's the blood of the niggas who was at the water, dog. I'm telling you, it was the blood of the niggas that was at the water. What are these are not coincidences. They're not coincidences. Now, again, I'm going to throw this out here. For anyone who does have sickle cell, do not take your bitch ass to water. Odds are you're going to get hurt. You need to understand there are several conditions that need to be met, because I'm going to break this down to you. If you break a bone, the body's going to flood your system with adrenaline because that pain is unbearable. Right? I brought this up because if your body were to turn that adrenaline off, you'd be in an insane amount of fucking pain. If you take your ass to water and you're not spiritually guided to, or your environment's not warm enough, or you don't have somewhere to stay, or you're around people who are still sick, you're going to start feeling all that sick ass energy. Because I'm telling you now, our body has been suppressing it. On top of that, mind you, because I already did this and I experienced it being out here by my fucking self, and I got hurt and this shit sucked. Right? On top of that, what was the other thing I was going to say? On top of that, all the pain that you've been experiencing that your body is still hurting, is still still there, is going to surface. All of it. And it's gonna suck ass. So I'm not recommending people to do it. It's too many conditions that need to be met. You need to be somewhere warm, have to bread, away from majority of your family because all of them are sick. I'm gonna let you know this right now. As a woke and conscious person, which I'm not considering myself, but I understand people understand the terms. If you bring any information to adults or people who are not ready to wake up, they're going to reject you. That is why all of them reject us when it comes to sickle cell. Because when you start understanding that it's a spiritual gift, and that most likely a lot of people with sickle cell are actually natural born super healers and all type of other shit. Where was I going with this? You start to realize that that's the reason why when we bring up quote-unquote sickle cell to people, they naturally, you see it on a global level. 99.9% of people will reject what we're saying or ignore the fact that we're sick. That's not a coincidence, dog. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And people are wired to be protected spiritually. You understand this when you're into the spirit realm. People are naturally wired to be protected spiritually, meaning if there is certain information that's too high for them and it would destabilize their current position in themselves or their current state of consciousness, their spirit will block it off from even reaching them. That's just how it works. And you can look at this in the sense of people who have autism. Some people who have autism, they can't hear certain things properly. Like they won't, I say this because I've claimed to have autism. Sometimes when someone says something to you, they might say, that book bag is pink, but your ears might hear that book bag. Sometimes it does this, and sometimes that's your nervous system and your energy protecting you from other people's energy. People speaking to each other is energy exchange. Sometimes it does that. If your nervous system's too sensitive, it will block out certain shit from even reaching you. Bro, I'm telling you, I done figured it out. I done pieced this shit together. The only thing I'm looking at is I want to actually speak to someone who's like, who studies DNA, is not afraid to have conversations about chakras and energy and shit and all that good stuff, and who studies DNA, chakras, energy, and all that good shit, and who understands blood. That's who I would want to fucking talk to. Anything else, I don't care. Anything else, I don't care. Because I feel like people are either not smart enough, not aware, or not awake enough to understand this information. Because I'm very open to, like, if somebody can prove to me that what I'm saying is wrong with all these different things, then we'll see. But that's not what the ancestors are showing me. So, and your boy got a water moon. Right, but again, you have to meet all those conditions. If you're around sick people, you're gonna pick up the energy. If you're not somewhere warm that has water, you're not gonna go in winter thinking that shit's gonna work. It's not gonna work. You can't go somewhere, oh, there's a river near my house. I had a river near my house growing up in Jersey. I wasn't going to that shit because it was dirty and nasty, because people was throwing shit in that shit all the time. So, not even just that, but the environment wasn't conducive. When you're in an environment that is like New Jersey, that's 9 months cold of the year, it's not gonna work. People who have this condition are people who, you're basically like Namor. You're basically like Namor. Namor in certain conditions was dummy strong, and in other conditions it made him dummy weak. That's how it works. You have to be in the right conditions. The difference is America is so like scattered in the sense of none of us know our true history. We were like, oh, you know, African shit. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. We're so scattered and everyone's all over the place that like we don't really know our true origins and everything is mixed up here. We really don't know shit. So when you look at that, the average person, we're not even living in tribes anymore. That's how divided we are and separate. We're not even living in tribes anymore. We're not aware of energy. We're not aware of chakras. We're not aware of none of this. And this is our natural science. So yeah, nigga, I figured this shit out. I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing, man. I got a whole video of me pushing myself in my mind. Niggas is not telling me nothing. I don't give a fuck what you're studying in this medical book that's been given to us by English-speaking people who have a known history for doing all type of shit. When you push yourself with your mind the way I fucking did, because I've been doing what the fuck that I've been coming up with, or that's been being revealed to me through nature, then holla at me. And I don't even mean to sound like egotistical or this, that, and the other, but it's like I gotta stop second guessing myself. Bitch, I don't see a not single person doing this shit that had to experience what the fuck I had to experience. Bitch, I walked down in nature because I was getting called by water and did all this shit. Fuck with me, nigga. My intelligence, my spiritual awareness is too high for no. So I don't sit here and I'm not like I fuck with Young Pharaoh because I've been listening. I love listening to Young Pharaoh because he's the more Virgo. He's my like, how can I word this? Like polar opposite. I'm more of the Gemini, Pisces. Like we just get intuitive ass downloads and know where to be in nature, and the shit just starts going and flowing, and we understand it. He has the labels for the shit that's going. He has the earth resonation, where you can have all the spiritual energy, but it has to come to earth and manifest in physical. He has the understanding of the manifestation of that. He has that level of it, and I think that's godly. I think it's godly. I think it's amazing. I love that. I love Virgo energy. And high Virgo energy is amazing. But out of balance Virgo energy, as out of balance, any energy is annoying. So we're not even gonna do that. Any energy out of balance is on some other shit. So again, nigga, I don't know. Nobody talking about I figured this shit out, nigga. That shit make me. I'm telling you, niggas, it's a super G, dog. It's a super G, and it's not understood well. It's not understood. And here's the thing, like, I ain't gotta say nothing else. I'm about to watch the video. My laptop's dead. But your boy's leaving the car on all night. I can charge my shit. Oh. So, yeah, man. I feel good. I don't give a fuck about nothing that nobody's talking about. Because if you don't know shit about energy, if you don't know shit about chakras, if you don't know shit about energy bodies, if you don't know shit about communing in nature and the astral realm and all this other shit, if you don't know, you're not informed enough. Now, the next part is, what was I going to say? If you don't realize that we're speaking our colonizers' language, and all pieces of information that are in this language comes from them, who are known for hiding shit and doing wicked shit, you're not informed enough. You're not. If you're not aware or have a spiritual awakening to a level that allows you to be open to different information that will not only resonate through reading words, but resonate through your actual aura and energy field, you're not informed enough. Nigga, the only thing I'll hear is somebody who is a like DNA specialist. I want to hear what they have to say. But again, who's to say that they're going to be open to this, that, and the other? I don't know that. That's why I said it'd have to be several things. I would want like 3 niggas in one room that knows this, knows that, and knows that. Yeah, I mapped this shit. I know it now. Like, I'm just like, it's not even like I know it now. I've had my inklings, but like, I improved enough for me to be like, yeah. It just now, I'm like, alright, nice. I don't know, I'm happy with it. I figured that shit out. I don't give a fuck about nothing that nobody is talking about, dog. Only thing right now is I gotta pee. I gotta pee like a motherfucker. Oh my god. Yo, this cold ass weather, man. Shit making me mad. It's too fucking cold. It's too fucking cold, nigga. I just need to loosen my pants. Jesus, there we go. Oh, my ankle. So is that all I have to say? Then there's more? Was that everything? Yeah. Oh, that's what I want to do. All right.